Welcome to the Pod Bay Door.
Hello out there in the verse. This is the Pod Bay Door. Please join us every Tuesday for informed discussions on new and upcoming movies, games, and tech. And if you love Las Vegas, stay tuned because as Vegas insiders, we can give you a unique perspective on its history, provide insider information, and reveal the unknown secrets of our town, Vegas. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. We're glad you're with us. And hey, if you get the chance, subscribe to us and give us a review on your favorite podcast platform. Also check in with us on our YouTube channel at the Pod Bay Door Podcast.
What is a podcast?
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
Nothing more will I teach you today.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Everybody be cool. You be cool.
Let me set the scene. A smoky poker room somewhere in the back rooms of Vegas. A single light illuminates the scene with a dusky glow. 6 well-dressed men of varying character hover between the shadow and the light. Only their hands and their cards can be seen, next to the rocks glasses filled with amber spirits, and an ashtray with a single cigar, its smoke twisting into the air. The familiar clack of clay chips breaks the silence as the antes are thrown to the center. It's time for these men to play poker. But that is not how it is. It's actually a large room brightly lit, an oblong table manned by college students in shorts and reverse ball caps, men who could just as easily be homeless if not for the stack of chips in front of them, other men with sunglasses on because they saw someone do it on TV, and a 500-year-old Asian woman who may have been alive when poker was invented. Las Vegas is just not the same. Hey, this is Jamey, the Pod Bay Door. My co-host, as always, we got Adam. How you doing, Adam?
What's going on?
Coming up on this episode, we are going to discuss, it's down to the felt, Adam. Demon dealers of Las Vegas. Adam being a dealer, he's probably got some definite input on this one.
Yeah, how rude.
Hey, the Rock and Ballers, Weed Town, and streaming everything. And, of course, Topless Report, Nerd Alert, Gear Grinders, and Area 52. And, hey, look, if you're watching on YouTube, he's the big guy in the back of his head. Sam is back here in the studio. Actually, we're not in the studio.
What's up, Sam?
Hi, Sam. How you doing, man?
Great. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good to be back.
Good to have you back.
Good to have you back. We're actually not in the studio. We are at a beautiful poker table. I thought because we were talking about dealers today, we'd do a little set change here. So yeah,
Nice poker table.
Nice poker table.
Where are the chips, man? I could be shuffling them.
That's right. And we got that's right. And we got Vegas Vacation right here in the background. Just anybody seen that? Have you guys seen that Vegas Vacation?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. We're still old.
That's right. You guys aren't old anymore. We were talking just in the pre-show about you guys. Your eyes are failing. Your ears are failing.
That's true. It's starting. It's beginning.
Right.
It's part of life. Yeah. All the cool kids are doing it.
Well, I got a cool...
They're lucky, I guess.
Oh, yeah. You're lucky if you can see and hear by the age of 50. So, yeah. I got something cool. I'm always talking to the guys about numbers and data and everything else. But when it comes right down to it, the cool part is that our podcast, thankfully, and we thank everybody, but our podcast has gotten some new hits. New Zealand.
Areas, New Zealand.
Yeah.
Nice.
Switzerland.
Nice.
And I'm not kidding.
Cool,
and we thank everybody. This is so cool.
Yeah.
New Zealand, Switzerland, the Seychelles, which is an island chain.
Sure, yeah.
The Cayman Island specifically, Norway, and St. Lucia.
Huh.
If you're looking
Very
for
cool.
a high-end vacation,
Awesome.
St. Lucia, St. Thomas.
Getting the islands now.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can be our sponsors pretty soon here.
That's right. That's
check
right.
it out.
Insert sponsor here.
Yeah, it's sponsor. And back in the U.S., we want to welcome all the listeners from Nebraska, Iowa, and Maryland. But
Nice.
we really think it's
cool.
very, very cool. And I have a lot of fun looking at.
We need to have a chart up here with the states,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And then we can start marking them off.
Yeah, I can add those. Onto our YouTube feed.
I like it.
That's right. Yeah. So catch if you want to see the poker table and the back of Sam's head. Check in with us on the YouTube channel. It's the Pod Bay Door Podcast.
quite a large head. Though.
Yeah, it's a giant head.
Don't be jealous, guys. Don't be jealous.
We'd love to hear from you guys. Keep those comments and suggestions coming in. John C. Wright, NE, I'm assuming that's Nebraska, from Mixcloud. And that we just launched on Mixcloud. So nice. He commented, never enjoyed Stories of Vegas until now. That's great. Yeah. I'd love to hear that.
Cool. It means we're telling good stories.
That's right. Are high stakes room games real? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
they were when I was working.
Well, all the poker guys are, at the Bellagio or the, one of those big poker rooms every day.
Oh yeah.
They're playing big bucks.
Yeah, technically speaking, they're not legal. In fact, they're very much against the rules of the hotel, if not the rules of Las Vegas. But as a concierge, I arranged. We called them meetings, and
up in the suites, right?
Yeah, I mean they're not sponsored by the casinos, but I mean they have it's all cash. There's some heavy money going around.
No doubt. Especially
during the World Series.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine the Rio.
Yeah.
How do you police that up in the rooms? I mean, who wants to go to the poker table where they're getting a rake? We'll just go play in the suite.
Right. Well, and the dealers, they're usually playing Hold'em. Nobody plays. In fact, that's one of the things that we're going to talk about. Nobody plays Hold'em anymore. I mean,
anything
draw.
else besides Hold'em.
Yeah. And so they hire an off-duty dealer.
Sure. I'd come up there and
Yeah,
what do you want to pay me? $100 an hour? Sweet.
Right,
nothing wrong with some side money.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, and it's damn good side money. But absolutely, John from Mixcloud, thanks for the comment. And yes, they are definitely real. Tom from Philadelphia. This is just actually, I was so thrilled to see an iTunes review. They're few and far between now because iTunes is so difficult with their format.
Yeah. Okay.
But Tom from Philadelphia, PA, he said, I like the variety with the pod. I learned something each episode. So do we.
Yeah, for sure.
We, there's every time I look things up, especially about Vegas, I learn stuff that I didn't know.
Yeah. You're always hitting me with fun facts that I don't know.
Yeah, right. Stuff I don't want to know, but now I do. So.
And I try and throw in a little bit of science here and there.
It's like to go back.
Oh, I love it.
We seem to run one of those now you know graphics across the screen.
That's right.
Reading rainbow.
Yeah.
The more you know.
But hey, thanks, Tom, for listening out there in Pennsylvania. Sam, it's the Topless Report. We've had a lot of nakedness since you've been gone.
That's like this one episode. So I mean, nothing too crazy.
No,
it's Vegas.
You missed out.
Show me something new.
Well, the most recent is not it's not a great story, but it's a classic, the Vegas story. There was a naked man in front of a Las Vegas church, Spring Valley someplace, and he began the day naked in the parking lot of this church, meditating. As he said,
okay,
with an automatic weapon laying in front of him.
Nice. He was waving a gun around.
Okay,
yeah, I was watching the news report.
Well, waving a gun. Well, ultimately they had to shoot him. They shot him in the shoulder. But it came to find out that he was not notable, but I mean he was a relatively profitable poker player. In fact, he was just in the World Series of Poker. He garnered about $25,000, and as most of the World Series poker players are, he's a nutbag.
Yeah.
Did you watch the full report on that situation?
No, because I saw him. He looked like a caveman, and it was kind of like your shot here on YouTube. It was the back of him. I didn't know what was going on.
You gotta hear the funny part. So first off,
he's the funny part.
Yeah, because he actually put the gun down,
and
he walked about 15, 20 yards away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and he started running back towards his gun. So the officer's yelling,
"Drop the gun!
Him? Drop the gun!" Right?
Yeah,
drop the gun. Like,
so
the gun was on the ground, right?
Yeah, they told him not. Oh, they're trying to stop him from running back towards the gun.
Sure.
Right.
But what happened was they released a canine dog, and on the video clip from the chest video that the cops were,
right.
The canine dog actually did a U-turn and bit the cop in the leg.
Oh, nice.
So as he's trying to run to stop the bad guy,
Not
he
good.
gets bitten by the dog. So it takes cop number 2 to shoot down the guy
Before he got to the
before
gun.
he got to the gun.
So the dog would have taken him down had he done his job.
But apparently the dog did not do his
dog
job.
didn't
He must have had a bad day.
Yeah.
He must have had a bad day at the office.
The cop pissed him off and doing
Yeah.
breakfast time or whatever.
Right.
And
The
so
canine's
he's
like, fuck this.
Oh, revenge time.
Yeah.
And so the guy had to pop him in the shoulder.
Because it was, to me, it was hilarious.
I mean, at least he hit him in the shoulder.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe the
You know?
dog saved his life. Maybe the first guy was, might have popped him in the
Yeah,
face.
that's true enough.
Could be.
Yeah.
But it's funny
Like
because
you
they had to play
arguing
back
for
the
the
video. Just the fact that they play back the video to show the dog biting the cop, I thought that was hilarious. I was like, man.
So he's a poker player. So what did he snap? because of all the long hours?
Well,
or
there's
lost all his money and his clothes. I mean, obviously
they didn't say that part. No, because he won. There's a poker.
That money he didn't give it all back.
There's a true. There's a poker monitoring website. They monitor professional poker and data and stats and stuff.
Sure.
And
all their money and
they
swings
reported right away. I mean, he's registered for just a little over 93 grand in the last 5 years or so. So that's pretty decent. I mean, it's a good amount. Better than a half-assed job.
Yeah.
But
I never made $93,000 playing poker.
Yeah, but he just got done with the World Series this year. Came away with 25 grand and. Maybe he did.
Yeah,
maybe he lost that in his pants. And
yeah, exactly. They say
had enough for a gun, though.
Las Vegas takes everything, the shirt off your back. So
right.
maybe that happened to him.
So it's if everybody listening, if you guys don't think this is still the Wild West, you are mistaken. They got dogs biting cops. They got guys with no pants. See, come to Vegas. It's a good place to come.
Just bring a bulletproof vest.
That's right. Bring some Kevlar and and a dog treat apparently.
Learn from Tupac.
Right, and Biggie, yeah. Where was Biggie shot? Biggie was not shot here.
No, I think he. I would assume California somewhere.
Okay.
I don't.
Now, I'll bring up something that Sam brought up. Are you guys for body cams or not?
I'm for them. I guess
I think body cam helps.
They'll hold both sides accountable.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. The tech is going to fail them. I think probably 50% of the time. But I am totally for. Right. I mean, the dash cams have saved lives.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But at what point do we have cameras fucking everywhere?
Well, what now?
Now.
Well, true.
I mean, right over there.
Well, no, they also have one everywhere. Because remember, on the strip, like they have what's called live time. So whenever there's a situation going on the strip, like say this past week when the guy broke into the Venetian and ran across Treasure Island, they were able to capture him via what's called live time. So Metro contacts the security team for the properties, and they're able to somehow connect or get into the camera feed to see exactly where the perpetrator's going to capture him like live time.
That's cool.
Through the casino's security cameras.
Yeah.
Cool.
So everyone's on board, ready to help each other out. Especially, everyone's heightened now, especially with all the attacks, all the bad things going around worldwide.
Yeah. Now, do you guys go so far as the low tech? Do you put tape on your laptop cameras?
Ooh.
No, I haven't done that. But I refuse to get the Xbox One that.
Yeah.
The little cameras. No thanks.
The Kinect.
That connects to the CIA for sure.
Oh, yeah. It's all going to go
skeptical
bad.
there.
Nah, we're heading towards the Postman.
That's why I keep telling everybody you need to watch Person of Interest. It's
a great show. Great show. Yeah. Second under the Topless Report, a little bit nicer story, but actually funnier story. It's kind of the same. But as we've talked. We have crazy street performers. They're hardworking folks. Some of them are quite crazy. Some are very very creative in their costumes. We've talked about like Bumblebee from the Transformers series. Yeah, crazy. And then of course I always love it. It's sad drunken Gene Simmons and Dirty Pikachu. But this young lady had the costume from Return of the Jedi. Princess Leia, where she was sitting on Jabba the Hutt. Okay. Very sexy.
Sure.
I remember when I was a kid.
That was Slave Leia.
Classic.
That's
Slave
everyone's
Leia.
favorite.
It's a favorite cosplay of like every nerd girl.
Yeah,
right?
well, the young lady apparently either could not afford or forgot the underwear involved.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so she was asked to leave by the police and would not leave. Actually, the police said you're going to need to go, and they kept on moving, and then they came back. She was still there, still sans underwear. So she was detained.
So just
what was the weather like that
right?
day, though? In her defense, what was the weather like that day?
In her defense.
Well, I mean, it's miserable right now.
I mean,
hopefully not too muggy.
Maybe she needs to air it out a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I don't know.
Hey, that costume doesn't have very much on it, all right?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
okay.
right.
It's a little sweaty down there, okay?
Yeah, it's the little brown miniskirt, nothing else.
So like you were saying, though, like no nudity on the strip with these performers. So boom, you're done. I don't care how hot you are. Your badge is out. You're
exactly.
gone.
You're done.
And maybe it's because she was ugly. That's why
She was a terrible slave Leia. That cop was like, bitch.
You're out of here.
Well,
You're out of here.
They've removed people for being crappy musicians, so yeah, absolutely.
No doubt.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
That's funny.
But again, I love those. Unfortunately, the report that I found, it was like a little tiny report.
Yeah.
No picture, so I don't know.
But speaking of Bumblebee, right?
Yep.
I just want to do a fun mention because it irks the shit out of Adam every time I say this. But they're doing a spin-off 80s Bumblebee movie starring Adam's favorite, John Cena. He'll be taking the
I don't
lead.
mind John Cena.
He'll be the Mark Wahlberg, per se, of the Transformer franchise now.
I see.
But I think it's kind of sad that they have to go back to the 80s to
Well, they got to reboot, man. Yeah. They got to do something with that franchise. They got 14 more coming.
Yeah.
Well, no, 13, because including this
Bumblebee,
one.
Yeah,
it'd be
will
13 good, sir.
of those.
So.
But
You
yeah,
guys, the ghost of Michael Bay, is that the problem? Yeah.
Well, I got to say that...
What's worse, that or Avatar? Because they're making 3 more Avatars back to back, and it's gonna be the same bad guy for all 3
they've
movies.
been saying that for like 10 years, right? So
Yeah.
when they put it out,
Yeah,
we'll
boy,
talk about it then.
Avatar better be good.
I know.
Because
A
man,
long time
that's
coming.
long time
You can't
to
put
hype
too
it.
many years between movies, or it's just not. The
Now-
hype's gone.
As we head into the nerd alert, I'll ask you.
Yeah.
Your disdain for Michael Bay.
Yeah.
I know you're.
Well, I think just for Transformers, or is it Michael Bay in general?
Oh no, because Michael
Rock
Bay
was
has been-
good.
Yeah, like The Rock's one of my
Did
favorites.
you
of all time.
see? And did you see?
But lately, Michael Bay just with
Okay.
Transformers and.
Did you
Teenage
see
Mutant
13
Ninja Turtles.
Hours? The Benghazi story.
I did.
You did.
And
And
I
what'd you
actually
think?
thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, that was produced by Michael Bay, but wasn't directed by him.
Okay.
Because it was directed by the girl who did The Hurt Locker.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I enjoyed that
Well,
one. too.
I mean, Adam, though, I mean, it's just the
It's just
influence of Michael Bay.
No.
Ruined,
It's
that
just
ruined his
the
entire
the
childhood.
franchises that I love that he has made into flashy explosion type
So,
garbage.
In English, he's
With
saying
Mark Wahlberg, who can
yeah.
play a scientist and a farmer and a family man and save the world all
Why
at the same
not?
time.
We're just asking Michael Bay not to destroy our childhood, because that's all he's doing. He's just destroying our childhood.
When you make who was it? Hot Rod, I believe, and he was like he had a heavy French accent, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing with my characters?" It's over, man. It's over.
Okay, well, I just
Game over, man.
Yeah,
Game over.
Yeah, totally.
Poor Bill. Adam, it's time for the nerd alert.
All right,
Let's
do
do
it.
this.
Special edition because Sam's here.
It's even more nerdy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Sam.
2 against 1. Team lost.
Now,
Team lost.
I
Yeah.
have a note on the first one, but you go ahead with that one.
A note on the first. All right,
I
so
do.
we'll just jump right into it.
Yeah.
We want to talk about the Netflix Disney breakup.
A year from now?
Well, they're going through it now, but Netflix and Disney will be splintering up.
Yep.
Disney's going to do, I
Their
guess
own-
the first one they want to do is like an ESPN sports-related
Right.
streaming service.
Right.
Because ESPN's owned by Disney now, and their
Mhm.
numbers are
Has
dropping.
been for a while. Yeah.
So, and then later on, 2019, when they split up with Netflix, they'll do their own major Disney. Anything Marvel, Disney will be in the same channel in another streaming service. Don't you need another one?
Now, there's my note.
Yeah.
There was a Google alert, like there always is every day, every minute. The Netflix is keeping Marvel for 5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
Okay.
So in 5 years.
So that was actually a lot of the big questions, like with
Yeah.
Marvel's just recent signing,
Mhm.
and they have all
Mhm.
the Defenders, and they have Iron Fist, and
Yeah.
All their
Daredevil,
TV
all that
shows.
stuff.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to those? So 5 years until they get that on their
5
own
years.
streaming channel.
Which basically, I think what they're doing is Disney said, all right, we'll give you everything up to, but not including the final Infinity War. They're not going to give that to anybody.
Right.
They're gonna. That sounds like they're going to launch their Marvel channel
bit later.
with their yeah.
So you're saying they're going to have
Smart move.
Netflix will have all the Marvel movies still too
Mm-hmm.
for
Well,
5 more years.
I mean, they really
I'm
don't.
sure they run them on
Yeah, they
both,
don't
but-
do well with those. I mean, as far as having them available. I mean, right now I know Civil War is on there. Doctor Strange just popped up, but they never have the full library at any given
Oh,
time.
don't forget,
Right.
though, everyone's favorite's on there, too. Rogue One.
See, also you all the Star Wars, all of
I didn't
everything.
mention Star
all
Wars.
of Pixar,
Yeah.
that's Disney too. so
Everything
all
the
that's
mouse
gonna go.
owns
Yeah,
is,
it's going to be
Right.
separate.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I'm for. I'd probably get that streaming service.
Yeah.
I'll borrow your login.
Yeah, totally.
Because what I'll do is I'll trade you my NFL
Yeah.
DirecTV pass,
Perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
and then you give me
and
that.
I got Jamey's Netflix.
Oh, so we're all set.
Yeah.
So all set.
Did we just admit to like felonies or anything?
Did I know that?
No.
Did you
I
steal
think
my
so.
number?
It's called borrowing. Long-term
never mind.
borrowing.
Yeah, right.
Next
Just
topic.
edit it out. Edit it out.
All right. That's right. Drop that. Well, now
So, and not to fit, I was going to say that Netflix, is thriving right now with all their original content. So, I think they have, a backbone of some services that they're launching anyway. So they'll have their own service that I'll probably end up.
Well, they got some.
too.
Yeah,
so.
they have some
Right.
strong shows
So that
on
was my
their
question.
own.
Like, do you think that we're going to have way too many streaming channels? We're going to end up paying like $100 for all this anyway?
As I
Like
announced
cable?
a few pods ago, I did it. And I got to tell you that when I dumped DirecTV, when a second hard drive crashed and ruined, and it had all my stuff, all my Victoria's Secret fashion shows are gone, bastards. I went to streaming and I save over $130 a month.
Yeah.
But as Adam said, first thing I had to do is I already had Netflix, I already had Hulu. First thing I had to get was CBS, and that carried a lot of my TV.
Yep.
But
Hulu didn't cover CBS?
it does, but Hulu doesn't have rights to current episodes. In fact, for example, Modern Family. I got to love Modern Family. Sofia Vergara.
Yes.
And it's the only reason to watch. And I noticed that Hulu only had season 6. They didn't have any of the past episodes. So
Okay.
yeah, so Hulu and of course Hulu is not great for movies. I mean, they have
More for TV.
the C plus vampire films, and that's about it.
Nice.
But no, but you're right. I think it's slowly.
They're gonna add up. $10 here, $10 there.
Yeah, Cox and
I gotta
DirecTV,
have the
they're gonna be
ESPN.
gone.
I gotta have.
Yeah, you gotta
It's
have.
a good
your
thing that
ESPN.
Disney and ESPN are on one little umbrella because
Yeah.
Well, the only thing,
works for me.
the only reason
Right.
people will keep Cox around is for internet service. That's about
It's
it.
the only
Well,
thing
yeah,
I use it for.
yeah.
Until Google Fiber comes out, hopefully,
Oh man.
and then we'll bail
That's
off
be
of
amazing.
Yeah.
Cox. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
so that's off. That's that for that. Let's jump into TV since we're kind of in that area. I want to talk about the 2 space TV shows coming out. The Orville by
Okay.
Seth MacFarlane.
Saw the trailer.
Did you see it?
Very funny.
So
It's gonna
the
be a
funnier
comedy.
Star Trek. The funnier
and
Star
then
Trek.
Star Trek, the other one, Discovery, coming out.
Yes.
Going to be the more serious one of the 2. But Seth MacFarlane was recently on a panel, and he was saying that even though it's going to be comedy,
Yeah.
they pretty much put all of the jokes in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to actually have a storyline. It's going to be more dramatic. It's going to be a lot more
Heartfelt?
kind of like Star Trek.
Okay.
But the 90s Star Trek, where it was like hopeful and like, it's all about
Right.
discovering the universe and stuff.
Right.
And less of the quote unquote dystopian Star Trek that's
Yes.
coming out now.
Yes.
Okay.
With the girl from The Walking Dead as the
Kim
lead.
Dickens. Right? Is it
but-
Kim Dickens?
No,
Oh no, not the Walking. No, that's Fear the Walking Dead.
I have it here. It's Sonequa Martin
Okay. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Michelle Yeoh.
and Michelle Yeoh. She's the captain,
Yeah.
Asian captain this time.
Yeah.
And the show's actually focusing more on the.
Because it takes place in the past.
Now, I read an
Yeah.
article about Star Trek Discovery, and they said that they are doing the first Star Trek franchise ever to break with Roddenberry's rule of conflict within the main characters.
Okay.
Like
drama on the crew.
serious conflict.
Yeah.
Not Kirk, porking a green chick,
Right.
but serious conflict and serious relationships.
But it seems like it's taking a lot of cues from the recent movies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a little more serious. It takes place in between Enterprise and the original Kirk crew.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 years before Kirk's
I gotcha.
expedition went out.
Now, Orville reminded me of that Tim Allen movie. Remember that Tim Allen movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest.
I love that movie.
Does
That
it
was
not?
hilarious.
Doesn't it not remind you that?
Oh,
Well,
it
the
does,
trailer
a
did.
lot.
Well, the
Yeah.
uniforms too had that look to it.
I'm
big
hoping
time.
they key off of that a lot.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
some of that 90s cheesiness.
Yeah.
Well, just the
I
fa-
think it's going to be great.
But that was actually
We'll
kind of
see.
funny. That movie was funny.
Oh,
yeah.
Galaxy Quest
Yeah.
was awesome. I love that movie. That's totally underrated. It's
Big
probably
time,
one of
big
my
time.
guilty pleasures.
Right. Right.
But also starring in the Orville is what the hell's her name from Shield?
Oh, she
or
was
John
Mockingbird.
Wick. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know the one, Adrian Padalecki or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cute
The
one from the
blonde.
Shield. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, she's blonde in Orville.
So in Orville, Seth MacFarlane, he's I guess he's a drunk and
Okay.
or coming off of that or whatever, and he
Right.
gets his own ship somehow.
Okay.
And unfortunately, his ex-wife, who is
Is his
Abraham,
co-pilot,
whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
This is now his
Co-captain?
number one
Yeah.
or whatever.
Okay.
So
All right.
there you go. There's your drama.
Cool. I like that.
I think they're both going to be good, although different. It harkens back to my childhood. There you go.
I think one thing for sure, Star Trek Discovery is a lot of folks their little quirk with it was the fact that Klingons look different once again.
I gotta agree with that. I don't know if I like the Klingons.
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I'll try and get used
They
to it.
look a little more alien, which obviously Star Trek was known for not being like too, edgy with their alien, prostheses. Or
Worf and he looked good.
yeah, that's classic.
But,
we'll see. They definitely changed it up a little bit. So
Michael Dorn.
Michael
Worf,
Dorn.
yeah. Yeah, it's interesting
We'll see how
it evolves.
I guess everything's got to have a new twist.
Yeah, for sure.
So the Klingons are like the main.
You gotta make it diverse. Don't forget, quote, diverse.
Well,
Everything has to be
that's why you
diverse
got an
nowadays.
Asian captain and you got the black girls who's going to be the main focus.
So
And
remember,
she's like the lieutenant.
Remember how we're complaining about Power Rangers, how the cast was diverse?
Yeah.
Remember that lesbian Yellow Ranger?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, she's casted as Jasmine now for the live-action Aladdin.
Aladdin?
movie.
Was it yellow? I thought it was the pink one. I thought the pink one was, or no?
In,
was
the,
it-
in the
pink one-
original show, the pink one was, whatever.
Okay.
But in the new movie, the
Oh
yellow
no!
one
It was the pink Teletubby. That was
I don't know anything about
gay. It was a gay
Teletubbies.
Teletubby.
Yeah, I thought they were all gay, to be honest.
Well, they said Bert and Ernie were gay, or now they do.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought is hysterical. Yeah, I'm sure we'll have a now we'll have a transgender Romulan.
Oh, they were saying something about that in the article I was reading, that they're going to have a gay person and a transgender person.
Sure.
And I was like, man, here come the check boxes.
Right? The checkbox is
Yeah.
all over again.
I'm fine with everybody doing what they want to. Don't bother me and stop talking about it. But don't feel obligated to have it in every show. I don't understand that.
Exactly.
But all right. Well, King Kong's not gay. I know that.
King Kong, I don't know.
You
There's
don't know
only
yet.
one Kong.
Maybe he's
right?
trans. Maybe he's trans Kong.
So I was reading that they're going to try this crossover in a comic book. So I actually first thought this was a movie, and I was like, oh, man, this is going to be awesome. But it's comic book, and it's King Kong and Planet of the Apes crossover.
Is it by IDW?
It's by IDW, exactly.
See, those guys are known for crossover.
And they actually have some
they
pretty
don't do
cool
a bad
ones,
job.
which
yeah.
I have
Now, comic or
list of
graphic
one.
novel? Comic.
So comic.
Series,
It'd be,
okay.
it would be
Yeah.
a small 6-issue,
All right.
limited run.
Okay.
And they're going to bring together the two, most famous ape
Okay.
franchises in comic book form. And
I'm down for that.
this is by Boom Studios, which is owned by IDW, I believe. And some of the other ones that they've done, Tarzan and crossover with Planet of the Apes, Star Trek and Planet of the Apes, Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes, that was
Have
my
you read
favorite.
that one? I don't know if that's the same production company, but other crossovers that I wrote down.
Okay. I did.
Go
Go ahead.
I was going to keep going with the list. Did you?
Oh, no, I was going to ask you what's the acronym? What the IDW is what?
Do
we know?
I have to look it up.
I don't know that.
I think it's independent something. Or
Oh,
other.
okay.
Did
Okay,
you?
it's actually-
They also announced the crossover of Ghostbuster and Ninja Turtles. I think that's
Yeah, they have a couple of
soon.
Ghostbuster ones coming out.
Yeah.
Archie and the Predator.
What?
Fucking weird one. Star Trek and what did I write here? Star Trek and Aliens. Sonic and Spawn.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
Sonic the Hedgehog, yeah, and Spawn, some
Spawn.
random ones, right? And then, of course, classic Superman versus Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
What?
They had to save the world by boxing each other.
Okay.
Yeah, classic back in the day.
So it'll be lame like Batman and Superman.
It could be. No, you're such a... Trolling it.
Troll.
But yeah.
It's because
some
he's
random
eating all
crossovers.
veggies. That's why he's trolling us. 'Cause
That's right.
He's vegan.
That's right. I have no meat in me.
No bacon. But that's all I got on crossovers. So
All right.
just some interesting random ones.
Cool.
Now
I know
on to
you
the
had,
important part. On to the important part. Good sir.
Do you want to do ballers before we get into Game of Thrones?
Whichever one.
Sure.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is gonna take a while.
Okay, with Thrones. Now, don't forget, we're coming out late with our review, but
Sure.
it's,
you guys will have the new episode out before you hear our
yeah,
review.
but everybody they keep talking about the dragon stuff.
The dragons were good.
But Ballers, I don't know if you guys watch it. Ballers, The Rock.
See, in the first season, it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Actually, I just rewatched seasons 1 and 2, and they're on number 3. They are basically mirroring the Raider situation. The Rock.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, and his name is Spencer Strassmore in the show. He is attempting to bring the Raiders. Well, he's hinted thus far, but he's going to bring the Raiders to Las Vegas. Thought that was really cool. It was a crossover. It kind of makes the whole thing a little less, hurtful. Raiders tonight, right?
Yeah, Raiders playing tonight.
And Cardinals.
Yep.
Ah,
A few episodes back on our podcast, we
Yeah.
were talking about Cinecon or Show West.
Uh-huh.
That was the episode where they filmed the whole Vegas situation.
Right,
That's
right.
when they filmed it.
Yeah.
During
And
CinemaCon?
Yeah, during CinemaCon. Like, he made time, apparently.
Yeah.
And then he just announced about, 2-3 days ago, they got renewed for season 4 already.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great show. It's Wahlberg. And,
It's easy, too. It's only like 10 episodes,
yeah.
per season.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
not
and
too
st-
crazy.
It's
and-
an HBO series too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and it's Wahlberg and Stephen Levinson. You know, they're from Entourage, and Peter Berg, the director. He does a lot of the shows. He's actually in the show. He plays the coach for Miami.
Yeah, Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, and he's hysterical. But no, great show. It's a lot of
I'll
fun.
have to get to season 3 then.
Yeah, it's literally almost like it's he's so busy. The Dwayne Johnson is that it's literally like a hobby. He described it as like a hobby. He does ballers to relax.
I gotta say that The Rock pissed me off a little bit.
Oh, what do you do?
So The Rock and I were born on the same day.
Okay.
So I feel a connection.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he came out as a wrestler originally, right? And
Yeah.
he had this personality, The Rock, and the Brahma Bull, right? And he had this tattoo
Oh, the new one?
of a bull on his
I saw that.
on his arm, and he
Yeah.
got it fucking
Redone.
tattooed over.
I don't know how I feel about it yet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was
in
a little
Ballers.
disappointed.
It's in Ballers. I see it.
Well, it was
No,
recent.
No,
I don't know if it was-
no. It's a brand new one.
It's like the whole arm.
He got it redone,
Oh,
and I
okay.
don't know how I feel about it.
I don't know how I feel about
I'm
it either,
not-
man.
Now, is it,
I'm used to having him with
Actually,
the
here,
Brahma Bull.
give me a second. I'll pull it up right now.
Is it an island, like an island tribal? Is that what he
No,
does?
no.
it's similar in that it's a I believe it's a bull's skull,
Okay.
but it's like
It's a
black and white. It's all kind of
Really?
yeah.
Because
I
I
don't know,
saw
man. It's hard to make out.
They show it prominently in the show.
No, here.
Up through season 2. So
Right.
yeah, you're right.
yeah. It's super recent,
All right.
but
all right.
yeah, disappointing.
I'll pull it
but
up.
yeah,
right now.
that was my only note. I just thought the Vegas every
Vegas
movie, every show,
tie-in.
every song needs to end up or start in Vegas. So there you go.
That's right. Even ballers.
That's right.
I mean,
Ballers.
that's pretty
That's
pretty current
Well,
with
I mean,
the Raiders. They're coming.
Yeah. How can you not have ballers come here?
Cowboys also play tonight, by the way.
Who?
Cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they still around?
Yeah.
They can still play even though their player got suspended for 6 games.
Well, yeah, they got other players.
Who got suspended?
Ezekiel Elliott, their running back.
Why?
6 games
What'd he
for
do?
alleged domestic abuse. They don't have any proof. No.
They didn't have the elevator
No proof.
shot of
No,
the
exactly.
okay,
No,
all right.
but after that Ray Rice incident,
Yeah.
there was 6 games for any suspicion.
Wow.
So they came down pretty hard on him.
Good.
Hey, I can't say don't do it, and you won't
Yeah.
have to get punished for
Yeah.
it. But 6 games it's pretty hurtful.
I was talking about that with somebody, and a girl, a friend of mine, about taking a hit, and even Ronda Rousey has to admit that she gets hit by a dude,
Here you go.
it's gonna be.
It's gonna knock her out.
Oh wow!
See, that's the new
we're
tattoo.
looking at The Rock's new tattoo. Wow.
Right?
Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
yet.
that's absolutely.
I don't-
the one.
I don't know
It's the
yet.
classic Brahma Bull there.
Yeah.
That his personality
And he
came
took it
from.
over.
Oh,
Yeah, and
man,
it was
everybody
just
listening, check
sad.
out The Rock's new tattoo. That is a lot
Yeah,
different.
let me
Like
know what y'all
as a
think, 'cause-
fanboy,
'cause,
I'm
yeah,
not sure how I feel
don't
about
know.
it yet.
I'm a little
I don't know how I
disappointed.
feel yet.
Well, whoever the artist was is fantastic.
Yeah, it was a
the
good
shadowing's
time.
amazing.
Yeah, that's
you
pretty
wanna-
cool.
That.
So I want to take a look at it,
Adam,
Adam, and
Yeah,
be
it's
more
a-
angry.
Like it shed a single tear.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a cool tattoo, but I wish he had just put it on the other arm.
Sorry, guys, we're trying to enjoy his new tattoo, but as a fanboy, I was raised on the old school one, so I'm not sure how I feel about this one yet.
Yeah, times are changing.
All right. All right.
All
So
right, Game of Thrones.
So
We have to recap this
Fire and brimstone.
Yeah. You want to start at the end? Because I do. That was the best part of the episode.
Oh, where Jamey dies?
Allegedly. What would cause him
Alternate
to
facts.
charge a dragon?
Right?
Come on, man. Even Tyrion was like, "Don't do it." You
Yeah,
idiot."
I'm.
You idiot.
Jamie's not dead. He's just.
yeah.
It'll be his the guy that was with him. I can't remember his name right
Bronn.
now. Bronn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bronn will pull him out of the water.
Well, he'll
He'll pull him out of the water, and Jamie will be bitter and turn vegan. He's like, "Oh, I
That's
hate
right.
dragons."
That's right.
So Daenerys brought the hurt locker on the
Oh, she brought the pain.
Lannister army.
She brought the pain.
She brought all the Dothraki.
Yeah.
Brought Drogon. Came in
Yeah.
and just decimated everything. It was a
Right.
very cool scene. A lot of cool dragon CGI.
Bullshot.
Very,
Bullshot,
very,
for
very
sure.
expensive.
Oh, from sure.
Yeah, they shot their wad on that scene,
which
right
was
there.
very impressive. They really captured
yeah.
the devastation of a dragon's fire.
Sure.
But yeah, and then Jamie of course thinks he can take out Daenerys, and charges the dragon almost, Leroy Jenkins style.
I have to admit that I thought the storyline, I thought the giant crossbow, I guess,
Right,
is what, it was going to
scorpion.
be the scorpion. That's right. I thought that was going to be more prominent. I thought that was going to be they were going to nail the dragon like they did in Lord of the Rings. And The Hobbit.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, but it just kind of fizzled out.
I kind of figured that Bronn would go too at that point. Like that would be a good death for him if he took out the dragon.
Oh yeah. Poor guy just lost some money. Poor guy just lost all his money.
Lost all his gold, right?
11 episodes though left though. They're right.
What do we have?
10?
2 left this season?
Yeah,
Two
there's only 2 left this season.
Oh man, that's craziness.
Oh no, then that wouldn't
they're
be.
definitely wrapping up some stuff.
So if there's 2 left this season,
I think there's only 6 or
there's
7
only
next.
8.
Yeah,
No, 6.
6, right?
Yeah.
So 8 total left.
Wow.
With a possible movie though. Remember that's still an option.
I didn't hear
for
about
them.
that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
HBO movie though, right? HBO movie.
Yeah.
Not full
Must
screen.
be.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But there were also other things that happened in the episode.
Yeah.
I like to. Are you going to talk about the cave?
Oh, we'll get to. Yeah, you want to talk about the cave? So, Jon Snow gets to his meeting with Daenerys, and he's trying to convince him about the White Walkers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he gets down to this cave, and he's taking Daenerys down.
It's just
and
him
he's
and
like,
her in
"Oh,
the cave.
Check it out. All these drawings that happen to show the White Walkers.
Yeah.
Look where these came from. Don't you believe it? I totally didn't draw these." And then,
Let's go ahead. I was gonna say the cave is his one move with all the ladies.
right.
That's what he's known for.
Jon Snow in his caves.
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, I have 2 comments about that. One is that obviously, if we're gonna accept the cave drawings as real, and then Jon didn't do them,
Right.
there were years of no artistry, and then suddenly there's a new cave dude, that did the White Walkers that apparently
To
was
a T, right?
a much better
he also
artist.
had blue chalk. Which,
Blue chalk, exactly. So, and the other thing is that being on the production side and the video side, I thought it was poorly lit.
Really?
Couldn't
quite make out anything on the wall.
Well, I mean, they made the big deal about the dragon glass being this giant swath through the cave, and he's standing there, and I didn't think the impression was good enough.
It was grandiose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't give you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, ending with the dragon scene, of course, everybody forgets that, but yeah, you're right. The blue chalk thing, that's very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. What else happened? We had another Stark reunion. Arya came back to the castle.
Right.
She got in a fight with Brienne, which was pretty hilarious. You'd think that Brienne would just overwhelm her.
Nope, not this time.
No, she was too fast for her.
Yeah.
Brienne
She was
didn't
quick.
know it was coming.
She was quick.
They kind of had a draw, I guess.
Yeah.
Sansa was
A
looking
friendly-
on with
a friendly
the,
draw.
The,
I'm not-
evil, the
I'm not
evil
quite-
eye from Sansa.
I'm not quite clear how she continued her sword knowledge. I mean, where did
I
there's
guess
a
kind of
gap?
she was working with the staff for a while.
Yeah,
I
I guess so.
And,
You know who taught her? Life.
Nobody.
Life taught her.
That's
Okay?
right.
Nobody.
Running from the guys from the pubs.
Right.
But yeah, her sister looked salty as hell.
Oh, hella salty.
Oh my god.
She's like, where did I get superpowers? Bran's over here talking to trees. Arya's taking on the biggest woman in the castle and, drawing.
Fucking little fingers. I hate little fingers.
Little fingers.
Handing him the dagger.
I've seen him in several series, and
Yeah.
he's never played a good. He was in
No,
The
he
Wire.
just
He
has
played a
that,
mayor in The Wire.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I'm
terrible.
saying. He's such a good actor playing the bad guy because
Yeah,
you want to
he
hate
is.
him so much.
Yeah,
I have
something's
a-
going to happen with Littlefinger. We'll
I have
see.
a question
We'll see
for
if he gets
two fans that are bigger fans of Game of Thrones than I am. How many wolves are left?
I think
One.
there's just one.
Is there just one?
Yeah,
Okay.
and that one walked away, right? So
Yeah, that wolf was smart.
Yeah,
the
he's
wolf's
like,
like,
"I'm done.
fuck it.
I don't
We're
got
done."
any of my brothers left. Peace.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure. Somebody asked me that. I didn't know.
And then the last thing I wanted to say was I read this thing that it would have been a bad move for Cersei to pay off the Iron Bank in full, which she did actually, because now they really don't have her back. They don't. She doesn't.
They have no stake in the
there's no
game. They
stake
got
in
the,
it.
they got the money back.
Yeah,
Don't have a
so
vested
so
interest,
if
yeah.
Daenerys ends up taking the castle, they can basically wash their hands of them
Right.
and say, "Oh, sorry, we're gonna be over here with the
We're,
winning side."
we're,
right?
good, we're good with the money.
So we'll see if that was a good move or bad move.
All right. So last question for you guys. I think I've asked you this before.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that the last episodes, the last 8 episodes, are essentially the book that's being written currently, will you read the book?
Yeah, I probably
After
will
seeing-
read the book. I've read all of them so far.
Yeah.
You know, there's always more detail and
Yeah.
knowledge in the books.
I'm definitely down to read the book.
I would,
It's always
I
more
would do
fun.
it just to see what they've changed,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you guys read digital or do you like hardback? Do you like
I
real
prefer
books or
I prefer
digital?
holding the book.
You
I
do?
prefer holding the book itself.
Yeah, see, that's the same. Everybody asks that answers the
You
same
know,
way.
my mom reads tons of books and she uses the digital pad. You know.
Yes, but now your mom is a perfect example. When John was on, he talked about the fact that when you have a physical, tangible book in your hands, you actually retain more.
That's probably
Yeah,
true.
yeah, because
that's true. My mom
I-
does read a lot of books because she forgets what she read.
I've heard tell that your mom will go jam through a 400-page book in one day, and then you
forget what
ask
she
her
read.
about it, and she doesn't know.
Yeah, that's
you know.
probably true.
Yeah, so
No, I agree. I kind of like a physical book as well.
Mhm.
There's a couple of series that I'd still keep a hardback,
Okay.
collection of.
yeah.
I
I remember your brother used to read them on his phone.
Yeah,
That's-
I read all my
Couldn't do
comics.
that.
I read all my comics
you
digitally
really?
now.
Okay.
Yeah. Mostly because I didn't want to go to the comic store every week and pick up from the pool box. But it's easier for me to catalog. I still get to enjoy the art,
Yeah,
which is the main thing.
that's
I
cool.
guess.
Yeah, and it's HD.
Yeah.
It's high def when you
Yeah.
look at it on that. That's cool. Well, it's on tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
Yes,
We'll
Game of
see.
Thrones almost. It's known for like the episode before the finale
Right.
being like epic and people dying. So
Mhm.
we'll see if that continues. That'll
Yeah,
be
and
tomorrow.
no major characters lost it last.
Yeah.
My theory
exactly.
is that Jamey will be taken hostage for sure.
Well, he's gonna learn a lesson.
Again, though?
He's gonna
I mean,
learn a lesson.
yeah.
Definitely.
I don't know. I don't know if it's again. I don't know if they can go through that same storyline.
Well, Tyrion was there. Maybe he'll fish him out of the lake.
Yeah.
Well, he might fish him out and try to keep him alive, but then I think she's going to ask him to bend the knees. So that's going to be the hard part. I don't know if he's going to bend the knees or not.
Yeah, we'll see. We will
we'll
see.
see.
All right, that's it for the Nerd Alert.
Cool. Well, we have a special report. Weed Town. We were talking pre-show about this. Las Vegas is at the forefront of all the marijuana issues. Of course, I was involved in the Faces and Aces podcast with the opposing viewpoint of marijuana, which I still have. But an Arizona-based holding company has purchased the town of Nipton, California, and they are turning that into an entire town, a tourist destination for marijuana and marijuana-based products. Starting with, which I think is incredibly dangerous, marijuana-infused bottled water. And I can imagine, and I would hope that the branding is very clear on these bottles of water, because if the
Gosh, I can only imagine
if the labels fall off like the shit that I buy, then they're gonna have a whole lot of trouble with people.
I can only imagine that they'd have to like dye it a little green, as to not
Something.
confuse it with
Something.
actual water. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. But anyway, how much does an entire town cost to buy, and how large is this town? Do you know?
Yeah, the town I think is only 3 square miles. I think the cost I could not find, but I don't believe the purchase is done yet.
So
then-
this will be the bathroom stop on the way to California.
there you go.
To the beach anyway.
That's right.
that we were talking
the
about.
true restroom stop.
Right.
Oh, Sam's gonna look it up.
Yep.
But you can
Um,
also buy your weed infused waters there.
Yes,
Yeah.
which I again I think this is going to backfire. At some point there are going to be the lawsuits that's streaming in, whether they're true or not, that little Johnny sucked
was-
away this bottle of water
And then ran his bike into a car or
exactly.
something, right?
And as Joe Rogan has said on his podcast many times, and many other people have said it. But hold on one sec. The when you ingest it, it is processed through the liver.
It's different than
and,
smoking,
and
right?
creates a certain metabolite, which is actually what they test for when they do drug testing, and it hits you like a brick to the head. I'm
Right.
sorry, Sam. Go ahead.
So I was going to say, it's reported by CNN.
Yes.
The entire town of 120 acre was purchased
120
Thursday by American Green Inc., a marijuana-focused technology and growing firm based in Arizona.
Okay.
The reported price tag was about $5 million.
$5 million. Okay.
$5
So
mil.
pocket change.
Yeah, not bad for
For
120 acres.
acres, not bad.
Pocket change. And considering that for a time, that is going to be just a cash cow. I mean,
I can imagine.
Oh my
They'll
God.
make that $5 million back in a few years.
I'm not quite sure what the route is. It's like you said, it's
I'd like to
about
see
an
where
hour
it's at.
away.
Yeah.
Yep.
On the map.
But I mean, if it's convenient at all, hell, if it's not convenient, people are going to flock there.
Well, it says only 16 people live there.
16? Oh wow.
There you
Okay.
go.
That's freaking nuts.
Well, I mean, you got a couple of buildings, and a
16
couple of
new jobs.
apartments. It's,
Hopefully, one of those jobs is an attorney because they're going to need it.
Oh,
and,
big time.
and a banker.
Yeah.
Oh, and cops, right? You're gonna need some cops.
We'll need some security guys.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt that the industry itself is going to create jobs. It's going to be a larger job creation than President Trump.
That's right.
But unfortunately, I think there's going to be a half-life to this that is far shorter than people realize, because there are going to be problems. There's going to be problems,
It's like Pokemon Go, man.
Yeah.
It just was like,
Well, who's gonna have a longer life shelf? This one or the Raiders in Vegas?
The Raiders not being an illicit substance, I think they're gonna be a little bit longer.
But they're fans.
I hope I hope they win. I hope they win the Super Bowl this year and next year, and to make everybody feel really bad. Yeah,
right,
I hope
right.
they.
Then they're like, oh, now we have to leave. Bye.
I hope they give Oakland and the fans, the Bay Area fans, a gift. I hope they get the rings. I hope they get the trophy. I hope they just blow them away and then come here and then they have to rebuild. They have to start from scratch.
I heard from
right, then all the new player or good players will be gone.
well, I heard from a friend of mine that's living out there.
Yeah.
They said they stopped producing like all
Like
the
jerseys
jerseys
and
and stuff. Like everything's done produced. They're
That's
just
sad,
selling
man.
everything out.
That's so sad to me. I have classic Oakland jerseys. I don't have anything with LA on it. I don't believe, but it's sad. And I think the fans are gonna be more and more vocal as the time comes.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with
Yeah.
the Chargers this year because they moved.
That's right.
True.
That's right.
We'll see what kind of fan base follows them.
Yeah. Now when do they start their newest season to their move? This season?
San Diego will this year.
This
Yep,
year.
yep,
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see. Because the Chargers
Well, not even San Diego. San Diego to LA. So.
LA. Yeah, it's still within California. I
Yeah.
mean, you're talking coming to Vegas. I mean, that's turning your back on the folks. So we'll see. I don't know, but yeah, Chargers. That'll be interesting. I don't think the Chargers have the same fan base. Do you? Do you think they're as
No, not as kind of. What's a good word besides crazy? I don't know.
Well,
loyal maybe.
They're not fickle.
No.
I mean, I put Colorado on the top because I'm originally from Denver and I know those people. They are diehard is the word I was looking for. Diehard fans. So, but I don't think the Chargers are diehard.
Maybe not San Diego. Well, yeah,
You know,
Chargers fans.
I don't
We'll
know.
see. I don't know. We'll see if
We'll
the ticket
see.
sales will
We'll
prove
see.
it, I guess.
But so what do you think about a weed town, Sam? What do you think? Now,
Right.
would you go just to see it?
Just check it out.
Yeah.
If it's just a facility like a plant,
Yeah.
not really.
Not really.
There's not a lot that's gonna be going on.
Because they're going to give tours. They're going to get
Yeah,
like
I
a
imagine-
brewery tour,
Yeah. What's going to be there?
We'll
Like
see.
a weed bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
weed
Yeah.
bar.
I mean, if once it's more developed and there's like more attractions, then yeah, I'll go
And
check it out.
infrastructure, sure. Yeah.
But if it's just just a bunch of like factories,
Mm-hmm.
nah, it's a waste of time.
Well, I mean, I've been out to the brothels and and to get a T-shirt or a shot glass and
Sure.
yeah, and
Weed Town USA. You don't want that T-shirt?
yeah, no,
No? Come on.
because
You're
I
probably-
don't support.
What
that.
about if we go and then we buy you the shirt?
Yeah.
Will that work?
No,
If we buy you the shirt as a
no,
gift?
you buy yourself a shirt. I don't want a shirt. I support prostitution before I support weed. Yeah, I just I just absolutely, but it'll be very interesting.
Will you support loss before you support weed?
Yes, yes, I will.
Nice.
Yes, I will.
Got to get that on DVD.
High five.
I-
High five.
That's
Proof.
Got him.
That's right. That's right. My polar bears are sober. That's right. All right, it's the Concierge Chronicle. We'll get to some Vegas stuff. We've been screwing around. The Demon Dealers of Las Vegas. Were you demon? You're a killer.
I was
Cooler.
a house dealer.
You're a
For
house
sure,
dealer.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
For sure, I was a house dealer.
Now, I said in my notes, just like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and I'll quiz you in a second. I'll see if you guys remember the 4 horsemen.
Oh, yeah.
There are 4, in my opinion, and I think Adam
Types of
yeah,
dealers.
at least 4 archetypes, but there
You're
are
gonna
4
be good 'cause
archetypes.
I know them well.
Yeah, and now it's the quiz. 4 horsemen. Who are the original? What are the 4 horsemen? The biblical, the 4 horsemen.
Death.
Yes.
Death,
Yeah.
war,
Uh huh.
pestilence,
Yeah.
And
Famine?
There you go.
Salmon,
There you go. See, guys, I'm at the table. I got some guys here. that
Yay!
are Renaissance men. Renaissance men. Okay, number one, I refer to the dealers, demon dealers, the cackling demon clown.
Nice.
Happy to be taking your money. I have
Like
sat down. I've sat down.
The Vegas vacation
like
dealer.
a Vegas
right?
vacation. Right here.
This guy.
That's right.
21.
That's right.
Oh, take your money.
He's happy
Yeah.
to be the house dealer, and he's just he cackles when he wins,
Oh, yeah.
which he's killing his tips.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Now I've sat down at those tables. They're
Or
horrible.
it could be she.
That's true.
It could be.
Because
Yeah.
when I was a pit clerk, there was a Korean lady. She would cackle for like the next 6 hours of my shift.
Oh, no.
And I want to shoot myself in the fucking head. Because like right to my right hand
Yeah,
side
yeah.
every night. And my shift was from 2 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So 6 hours.
All during the night,
I
too.
get to hear her
Yeah,
cackle.
nice. Could drive
Yeah,
me crazy.
and what people don't realize is that people do, gamblers do, is that gamblers are they're superstitious,
Very.
Yes.
they're picky, they're fickle.
Yep.
You know, and you
There's
get
all
some,
reasons why I quit being a dealer.
yeah, you get some goofy broad in there, you know, cackling every time she wins $5 for the house. You're gonna have
You're
an
gonna piss
empty
people
table.
off. Yeah. They'll
yeah.
walk away. They'll go to another table.
Exactly.
You know, you're not gonna make any tips.
And
that
then
way.
that's affects you as a dealer because if you guys
Absolutely,
pull
'cause we
tip,
pull
you're
tips.
screwed.
That's why.
Screwed.
That's another
Yeah.
reason why I'm not a dealer anymore.
Now, were you a quiet guy, or were you?
No,
you,
I tried to talk
Did
to
you
her,
interact?
play the game a little bit
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
You know, I never laughed when I hit 21. You
But
know?
but relatively emotionless. I mean, you might like when the table wins, you're like, yeah, you know.
yeah, you know, I
Okay.
want the table to win because they tip more.
Yeah,
So you know, I'm more on their side than the house's side.
exactly. Exactly.
The house always brings
you
me
don't-
house always brings me more money. So doesn't matter how much they take.
Yeah, you don't want to be ice cold, you know, as
No.
unless you're really truly,
You know,
the cooler.
I've actually had some people that didn't want the dealer to talk to them.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
kind of
Yeah.
told me, hey, just play the game.
Yeah.
And so I took all his money and then he left.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's the world. You
Yeah.
know, that's the way it is. Well, the next demon,
Yeah.
math challenge demon flunky. And I pictured the Renfield with the Dracula, you know, and
The one random out there
Yeah, that
that's-
sort of hunched over guy, you know, and
Well-
but this guy, and I've had more of these than any of the other little demons
Really?
that can't count.
They can't do their job?
And I was like, whoa, that's 22 there, buddy.
Yeah.
What are you doing? And he's raking the money.
I have two instances of this.
Yeah.
I kind of taught on the table one of the party pit girls how to deal, and she could not do math. It was funny.
Oh, no.
So basically, I had to stand over her shoulder and
Right.
watch her play the game, watch her deal.
Cards, though.
Make sure, yeah.
It wasn't dice.
No. And my other story is my dad was in charge of games and tables for a while in Mesquite.
Yeah.
And they wanted to test their employees
Right.
with a little easy math test,
Right.
right? I think 75-80% of them failed this easy math test.
Really?
And it was basically, you know, what's 6 plus 7 plus 8?
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
Easy combinations, right? You know, easy dice, math
Mhm.
type things, and they couldn't do it. You know, and
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. That's why I never dealt dice, because there was way too many combinations and odds and
Yeah.
a lot
Now,
going on in there.
I have to say that the math demon is really only with cards. Sometimes now I have to the roulette and dice. Those can be difficult especially roulette when you have quads and streets
Yeah.
and rows
Yeah,
and,
you're adding
and
together a
straight
lot of
ups
them.
and then you got your double zeros and you got everything else. That can be a little tough, especially when a good one hits. And dice is having dealt dice for the very short period of time. That's tough too. That's tough. But yeah, 21. You should be able to get to 21. You know.
21's much easier.
Yeah.
You
know.
could teach a monkey how to deal 21.
Right.
You know, that was the joke. So,
Yeah. Well, the advent of the party pit changed everything.
for sure. You can bring in
yeah.
all these inexperienced, hot chicks
Yeah,
to deal,
you're-
and then,
Oh,
you
yeah,
may
you're
have to
just-
pay off a couple of bets that weren't exactly right.
Yeah, and real gamblers, guys that are actually there to make money. They're not going to play at a party pit.
No, not
too
everybody
loud.
trying to make real money.
Yeah, it's too loud and people are stupid. And
Are the party pits still around?
oh, sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was just downtown. They're
Yeah.
absolutely around.
You're
Yeah.
there to get all the easy
Shouldn't
money.
be. And Planet Hollywood, that's all they have are party pits.
Sure.
It's pretty
Yeah.
terrible.
It's easy money.
Yeah, but the girls are hot, so that's all you need.
Yeah.
Number 3, the zombie demon partier. Now I'm thinking maybe there was one time that you were the zombie demon.
Okay. Give it to me. I'm not sure what it means.
Went to work after a long night at the club and didn't get to any sleep the night before.
And therefore, what? Couldn't do math either.
Couldn't do anything.
No,
you were just
I mean,
standing there.
I've definitely been there, but that more reminds me of the dealer that's been there for 50 years. It's literally a statue that's just pitching cards and taking money.
Anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't say a word.
Like
They're
Caesars,
like motionless. It's just a wall up.
Yeah.
It's almost like a Westworld robot.
Yeah, exactly. They
No,
just pitch them.
No, I'm talking about the guy who's a dealer who still buys into every part of this town. Partied hard all night, got 2 hours of sleep maybe, and rolled in.
Yeah, rolled in.
Yeah,
And still almost drunk still.
Just as his shift goes in the pit.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
stuck in his shirt in still.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
That's
there's
right.
a few of those.
Yeah, and
more so on the strip. I'm
and
sure.
every pitch of the card, he's just holding that puke in, just waiting for his break.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. And
I've never done that before.
No,
that's probably not true.
no.
I don't know. I never really got.
I think
too
you done
drunk.
once on our podcast. That's about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I did. I kind of
Yes, you did.
snuck away.
That's right. And then went to sleep. Number 4. This is the one. This is it. There's a demon in every job. The talking and talking and talking demon card dealer.
The friendly guy.
The comedian. Yeah. Who's got jokes? Who wants to talk about the latest conspiracy theory? Who wants to
tell you his life story?
Tell you his life story.
Yeah.
Tell it. Or the guy who's got the story, the down on his luck, downtrodden, my kid need braces kind of story. So he gets his tips. And it's a bunch of shit. It's the stripper.
Or a good luck, bad luck story that is passed down through generations.
Right. It's the stripper that's paying for college. Yeah. Sure. But
everybody's got a story. We just don't want to hear it. Well, we're losing our money.
See, I'm against talking in general. Strangely enough, we're doing a podcast. But people like we talked about earlier with their sexual preference. I don't care. Stop talking.
Right.
I'm not talking about mine. Stop talking about yours. And I don't want to hear dealers talk. I don't gamble that much. I really don't. I don't know. Do you? Do you guys hit the tables at all?
No, not anymore.
Yeah.
I'd rather play poker anyway, and the dealer doesn't get to talk much there. Everybody's pretty serious.
You know what? I believe because I like this setup. I think we should have a poker special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Talk about it. We should talk about it. We should talk about the 500-year-old Asian woman and the college kids who think Daniel Negreanu is cool. And,
Well, the Negreanu's like old school now.
Do we also talk about like house poker games too? Because those are my favorite house poker games. I mean, it's more relaxed. Yeah. Nothing too crazy.
We still do that every once in a while.
I don't get invited. These guys are too cool.
Nah, they're sharks.
You're cool enough.
Oh no! Someone at this table is actually a sore loser. I'm actually his kryptonite.
Oh yeah?
Can I tell this story?
Sure.
About how I flipped the chair?
This never happened.
Who's a sore loser?
Yeah. What?
Someone that's a Cowboys fan. Cough, cough.
Oh God, I should be used to it.
Nice. No, I'm pretty competitive, so I don't like to lose.
Yeah. Was it trip ace against your pocket kings?
Probably. It was something you had ace king on.
Yeah, we're playing, and when it comes head to head, me and him, it's never good. It's never pretty.
Yeah.
I have a pair of aces. He had a pair of kings.
Yeah.
And I push them all in. So, we're both full tilt. We're both like just one of us has to freaking win this.
Right.
And surely enough, the freaking river, it was an ace. So I remember like yesterday, he flips the chair. He's like, fuck this. I'm out. He throws his hat to the ground, grabs his hat. He's like, I'm going to go buy Metal Gear Solid for PlayStation 3.
So I had this game on pre-order that night, and I go to house poker night, and this game came out like it was pre-order, so it came out 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock the night before,
right?
And I think I was out like within minutes. And it's never been fun being the first person out of a poker tournament because then you just fucking sit there, right? So
then you gotta get arrange the food.
No, and usually it's like usually it's here you get to deal, and the dealer doesn't want to fucking deal at the home game. So I was like, fuck this, I'm out. Pick up my game, stomped out.
Yeah. No, but lately when we play against each other, it's pretty good.
Now tell me you're playing for money. Please.
Oh,
Are you playing for money?
We do play.
Just any money.
Of course.
Okay. No,
you
not
can't play
of
for free.
course.
You can't play for free. You don't play the same.
All right. Yeah. Because it's just a bunch of girls.
There's an actual pot. Like there's an actual pot to win.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good. We gotta do poker night one of these nights.
Yeah,
do you like girls at your table?
We usually don't have girls at the table.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Unless it's strip poker.
Yeah. No,
we had like
poker
girls.
tables and bowling alleys. What was it?
My father said you should not. Well, the original thing, you shouldn't have girls should not be in bowling alleys, pool halls, or car dealerships. Yeah, and I agree. Honestly, I agree with him. When you have the misfortune of going to buy a new car or a used car or whatever, and you have to enter the shark pool that is the dealership floor.
Yes, sir.
I never want to see a woman coming at me. I want to deal with a guy. I don't know. I just do. It's just my dad. And pool halls and bowling alleys. Unfortunately, pool halls are few and far between.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we have a Mickey's here, Mickey's
I
Q
do like
Club, which is I don't know. Is it nice? It's nice enough.
Yeah, I like Mickey's.
It's
I've
not
been there a lot.
Yeah. But bowling alleys, I mean, they're family places now. So I mean, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
Not the boys club anymore.
that's right.
Yeah.
See, we had girls play poker a few times at a couple different friends' houses, and it was a fucking nightmare because the whole time you had to be like, "No,
It's your bet.
You
Can't do that. Oh,
No,
you
can't
you
do
don't
that.
have to fold yet. You can just pass.
You can say check. You can do that." And then when it's because here's how it works: when we play house games, we pass on the cards so everyone has a deal, gets turned in dealing.
Okay.
And sometimes the girl players
Could be a nightmare.
Oh man, the way they deal, you're like, all right, reshuffle. Just forget it. Give me the deck. I'll deal.
Honestly, it's not even all the girls. Sometimes it's the guys.
It's absolutely guys. I don't know why.
There's some new guys that come in. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. You have to remind them and remind them.
I can't understand why. There should be certain things that fathers should teach sons: how to play poker, how to hold a pool cue. And I just don't understand why a person
How to spit, how to throw a ball.
how to throw a ball. I mean, we're going to hell in a handcart.
How to cook.
How to cook.
How to freaking cook
For yourself.
It's not that hard.
Right. No, I mean we're
We're relying on Google too much.
That's right. It's the
I don't know how to do it. Google. How do I do this?
Right. It's the lack of gluten in meat. That's something where we've lost it all. We can't score in soccer, can't eat meat.
How's that going?
At least we're in a soccer team though. You heard about
we have
announcement, right?
Yes, and they're naming it, aren't they? They're throwing it out to the public.
Yeah,
to
the
name
public's
it.
supposed to choose the name.
Yeah, so Las Vegas. I'm sorry, Las Vegas is going to get. Is it done? Right? It's a done deal.
Yeah.
It's going to get a professional soccer team in the MLS. Right.
Cool.
Okay. And they put it out to the Las Vegas public to name it. I saw a few of the choices. I thought they were pretty lame.
Something silver. I was like, what the hell?
Well, they're trying to make it like the Golden Knights with the hockey.
Something similar.
Yeah. But I'll go. Soccer's
I'll check it out.
I like soccer.
But where are going to play at though? Where's the stadium at?
I have no idea. I would assume that I'd assume they're going to share
Sam Boyd
the
or
$65 million stadium that we're paying for here.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I don't know. I'm not sure. How's it going? Adam asked me a question. How's it going? Sam, I last podcast I announced that I'm doing a plant-based. I'm not doing the whole. I don't eat things with faces. I hate those people. But it's clearly a good thing to try to dial down the meats. And I said I'd watched and took with a grain of salt a couple of documentaries. What's with Wheat and What the Health.
Yeah.
Both are on Netflix.
I watched both already.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And it's there's some controversy about them, and that's fine. They should be controversial. But I have to say, and I was skeptical, but I have to say I do feel better. I have lost a significant amount of weight in the time that I started, and my workouts have been far more productive. Now, could it be a coincidence? Of course it can. Do I think it's because of the change that I made? I believe I do.
Sure.
I believe that. So yes. Now the only thing that I'm fighting there's two things that I didn't realize. One, there's a morale issue. There's something
Keeping it going.
Yeah, there's something really satisfying about a hamburger, a hot dog, a steak, or whatever. It's very satisfying. So you lose that, and you become a little demoralized. And then if you have any no's, like I don't like lettuce, onions, or peppers. So that's a huge problem there, and it becomes repetitive. It's like, oh look, another portobello mushroom, yay!
Yeah.
And you start doing that. But am I going to continue it throughout the rest of my life? I don't know. I do believe that in moderation, a steak here, a hamburger there is you're not gonna roll over and die.
Well, walk us through one of your days. Like, what's your breakfast? What's your lunch? What's your dinner?
Fruit smoothie in the morning. I know there's a lot of sugar in that. Excuse me, one second.
Little tropical smoothie. You got to hit that up every day, right?
Dude, have you tried the new watermelon mojito?
No.
That is
I don't like
amazing.
mint. I don't like mint.
Yeah, live a little, bro. Gotta live a little.
Well, yes, okay.
It's not weed, okay? It's just mint.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
sir.
right. All right. Tropical smoothie, yes, I love tropical smoothie. Shout out to their Tom and Ryan and everybody over there. But $5 a day, that adds up after a while.
That's right.
But fruit smoothie, and then in the afternoon, a handful of nuts and some oatmeal.
Okay.
And then dinner, I have found the wonders of spaghetti squash. If you cook it long enough,
amazing.
Yeah, if you cook it long enough, because I don't like crunchy stuff. I don't, if you cook it long enough, it actually, and close one eye and then squint, it actually looks and tastes like angel hair pasta. Now, the one thing I have not gotten rid of, which I think it has been good to bridge the gap, is sauces. I will still have a nice sauce, an Alfredo or a ragu or whatever. But it's moving on over. We're heading towards 3 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Portobello mushroom, spaghetti squash. I've tried the meatless soy
The veggie
burgers, and oh gosh, they do taste like really bad cafeteria meat.
Well, it's better off making it yourself for the veggie burgers.
Yes.
Like the patties.
Yeah.
If you make it yourself, there's a couple recipes online. It's better that way. You can add more flavor. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't taste so cardboard. I know what you're talking about.
I had one that was made of black beans, and of course, as a burger, it's useless. I mean, you can't. It's squishy. You can't do it. But I mean, you can make a Mexican night with that. But I have to say that if you have the time and the capacity, and don't let anybody fool you, when you first start and until you get into a groove, it is goddamn expensive.
Oh yeah,
Expensive.
big
Prep,
time.
a lot of prep, right?
Yeah, that's why all the poor people and middle class and middle income people are fat.
Yeah, they go to
Well,
McDonald's.
unless you live in
expensive to
like
live
different
healthy.
areas, because like
That's true.
for me,
Yeah.
one of the grocery stores that we go to is La Bonita,
Yeah,
and they have
okay,
a lot of
yeah.
healthy options, and
Sure.
it's not that expensive. Like I was gonna say, one of the recipes you should try is do you like pesto?
I do like pesto. Yeah.
If you enjoy
I do.
pesto,
Yeah.
then try zucchini noodles. So grab zucchini
Okay.
and you spiral that motherfucker down.
Yeah.
And you just throw some pesto on top. You're good to go.
Yeah.
Like you can do it meatless.
Mhm.
I do mine with some grilled shrimp on top,
Okay.
so it keeps me going.
Yeah.
Because like for me, I changed up my diet. So like my day consists of freaking grilled chicken,
Yeah.
2 eggs, and for carbs, I either choose a small amount of rice
Mhm.
or I do like a zucchini onion stir fry. But like I know what you mean though. It
Yeah.
gets redundant after
It
a
does.
while.
It does. And
You're just getting
Adam,
tired of just grilled chicken.
Adam was about to say that's the preparation. It's just like you're constantly preparing food. It's kind of like when you, if you go to all the people that try the Rock's diet, it's virtually impossible unless you have a
Yeah, by
nutritionist and a
yourself,
cook
yeah,
and everybody
exactly.
else. Yeah.
He's got a ton of people watching over him.
But we got rid of eggs, dairy,
Okay.
all eggs, all dairy,
Wheat,
all meat.
right?
And all breads,
Wheat,
all
yeah.
wheat. I didn't like bread and pasta anyway.
Wheat.
I didn't like bread and pasta anyway, so it was easy for me to say, meh, I don't care.
So what's the hardest thing you've been without?
Bacon.
Bacon.
bacon? No, beef. I think I was a good beef eater, but dialing down desserts. I mean, we found a lactose-free, soy taste-free almond ice cream, which is not cream. It's just, what it is.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, and you have that to satiate yourself as far as desserts.
Cravings,
Yeah. Now strangely enough, a little bit of chocolate, if you watch the ingredients of it, is not too bad for you. I also don't drink, so I don't have that problem. But honestly, if I chose meat or the gluten issue, I would say the gluten issue is the biggest problem because that issue leaks into the beef issue anyway because of the cows eating the tainted wheat because of our destroyed soil.
Mm-hmm.
We have decades of soil that we need to
repair.
Save. Yeah. So I don't know. The beef industry put out documentaries that say, all these other documentaries they're lying and their doctors are fools and everything else. And, good Lord.
Fake news.
But there's nobody going to tell me that what we're doing right now isn't pretty good for you.
Yeah.
And it also kind of blows out the pipes, if you know what I mean, because another thing that is absolutely true is that your body chemistry changes and your body changes and there's, it starts to move things in different ways. So, I I am a fan of it right now. Am I going to do it the rest of my life? I have no idea. But I think everybody should try it. Yeah, I should try it.
As long as you're not wearing yoga pants, we're good.
No yoga pants. No,
Okay.
no. And I'm not, like I said, I don't think that being my friend John, who's on the show often, he is a strict person when he comes to this, and he and I talked about this. It's ridiculous to be a combative anything.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to throw it in my face, you're eating things with faces and with thoughts and souls. Okay.
Then I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to do it physically. I don't want to have to deal with the emotions of eating a thing with a soul. You're stealing my soul now just talking to me, so stop.
It's okay. I was thinking about Mortal Kombat every time. Be like, your soul is mine.
That's right.
Guilty pleasure.
That's right. Well, speaking of what makes me mad, gear grinders, the most popular thing, and I get the most comments on gear grinders. People love to
you should use this because this pisses me off.
People love to complain about this. Now, I had a complaint that I thought was very interesting, and I did some research, and the research is copious. I mean, it goes on article after article, book after book about why can't you stream everything? Why can't I say, I want to see barbed wire tonight?
Right.
And people want to know this, and so did I. And basically, here's the broad stroke of as to why. And I think I already knew this, and you guys probably know this, but Netflix, Hulu, whoever we're talking about as far as streaming, Disney now with their new little foray into it.
Yep.
It's cheaper to acquire the DVD rights to all of these, basically like video stores.
Yeah.
And stream what they can afford as far as the DVD rights. And that so basically Netflix is more of a channel than a library. And so but they can't afford buying the entire library, so
This is why their albums change off.
Exactly.
They get the new licenses, they bump out a few.
Exactly.
It's always on rotation.
But there was an article that said when we finally get rid of the peer-to-peer subscription, DirecTV, Dish, all those services, that when everybody has their own streaming, you will be able to do it. But you will be paying for it. You'll be $7 yourself to death.
Right, for every channel.
For all
the
the channels, yes. Yeah. Now, I mean, there's Sling, Hulu, and
Netflix, to be honest, though, if
I
I could pay $7 a channel for any channel that I wanted, I could probably write down, 10 channels that I watch.
Yeah. And still less.
Maybe, that's still probably less than cable.
Exactly.
So, that could happen.
Yeah.
I could see that happen.
And then the Google, the Google,
Netflix?
No, the Google
Fiber.
Oh, Google
Fiber.
Yeah,
Fiber.
That's at least 5 years from now, I think.
It's a little ways out still. Yeah.
But once that happens, things will change again. But Cox Data, Cox Cable, I think Cox Cable is dead. I think there's no way they're going to catch up. The DirecTV,
it's running out of time like Blockbuster.
Yeah. But anybody that provides net service, like Cox, they're going to stay around.
Yeah.
But I predicted this was going to happen years ago, and I think it's happening right now. But I absolutely think that every movie, every show of every library ever made will be at our fingertips.
In one library.
Yeah, within
a decade.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. Within a decade.
Or even someone that's good at pirating stuff, then that's different.
Yeah.
Well,
then they already have it all.
The Fire Stick.
Right.
You could basically do that.
Oh yeah, there used to be a phrase about Fire Stick. Can't you just? God, there's something with Fire Stick. The Fire Stick became the pirate's, best friend.
Absolutely. Everybody's.
Speaking of that, and you guys love Game of Thrones so much. Did you see the article? Did everybody see the article? These screwheads that
the hackers?
typed, the hackers.
Yeah.
Sent them. They said $250,000. We won't release anything else.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Really? Not even
Next
hackers
time, guys.
support them.
Right.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's just like we were talking about how, remember, Disney got hacked for Pirates, the new Pirates, like a day before release. They're like, we're holding you in demand.
We'll put this out 24 hours early.
Give us like $60 million. Disney's like, here's a big middle finger from the mouse.
Right.
We don't care. We're good.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. There you go. But I think, like I said, I say, Adam, decade or less.
Yeah,
we're going to be able to stream whatever movie we want.
I hope so. I mean,
that's right.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah. So
isn't that how it wasn't like Back to the Future?
Yeah.
Of course, he had like 10 TV screens, right?
That's right, and I can, right. Yeah. And I can now see all my Victoria's Secrets that I lost.
You just have to ask for it, right?
That's right.
Search Victoria's Secret 2015. Boom.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Oh shit! There won't be any typing anymore.
True, right?
Yeah.
You just yell into it.
Just Alexa,
Show me
Victoria's Secret.
Victoria's Secret. Show me Victoria's Secret.
That's the other thing we're gonna do. We're gonna have Alexa on seat
yeah,
number
we totally
4.
need to do that.
Totally. She's scared. Yeah, she's been scaring the shit out of me lately.
Excuse me.
You're watching TV or playing a game by yourself, and something will trigger her.
She starts talking to you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And phone calls have started. Have you made an Alexa call yet?
Nope.
Oh yeah. Have you?
No.
Oh yeah. I connected.
No need to.
I connected my mom. Well, I connected
Call
my
mom in your random.
Yeah, because it's kind
conversation?
of like you make fun of it because I've fallen and I can't get up. Well, it's perfect because now you just say, "Hey Alexa, call Jamey."
Right.
Obviously.
Does your mom have one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we set that up for her, and it's pretty cool, pretty creepy though. Like if she, it'll accidentally hear you want to make a call to yourself. And so in the middle of like playing Call of Duty or something, you'll hear Jamey Kirkland, and they're like, "Oh, it just scares the crap out of you." But it's an amazing thing and totally free, So it connects right through your Cox cable.
I don't know. It kind of seems to me like that's like what we were talking about earlier with the Xbox.
Yeah,
like it's just directly connected to the CIA.
Oh, it's recording every word. Yeah, it's recording when she's active. She records every word.
Alexa's already being used for one of the murder cases.
Yeah.
From like
because she records
from a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, because she recorded the conversation.
How do you access? Like, where does that get stored to? The cloud?
I don't know. That's the thing. It's the first time Alexa's being used for a murder case to solve a murder.
No, where is it being stored? Not on any public accessible. I mean, it's not client accessible. It's the wherever Amazon servers are. The server farm in Virginia, right next to Langley.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. In the same server farm, really.
Right. Langley. Speaking of that, we're going to go to Area 52. I've never been here, but one of the cool things that we saw, we were always doing old school Area 52, so I decided to do a dual 52 this time. Ugo Rondinone, I think is how it's pronounced. He is an artist that was commissioned for $3.5 million. Sam, you and I are doing the wrong things, apparently. We have the wrong job. To make his 7 magic mountains. Have you guys been out?
To Magic Mountain?
No. This is just out the outskirts of Las Vegas.
No, I've not.
And he was commissioned by the Las Vegas Tourism Board for $3.5 million.
That's a lot of money.
And basically, what he did was stacked up 7 boulders and
those
7
boulders,
towers.
right? The colorful boulders.
Yep. It's called the 7. It's called the 7 Magic Mountains, and you can go out there, the tourism. It's a tourism spot.
Yeah.
And there have been
that was $3.5 million.
$3.5 million.
The colorful rainbow rocks.
Rocks.
Yes. Those stupid stacked rocks.
There's like 7 boulders stacked on top of each other, all different rainbow colors.
He
got paid $3.5 million.
$3.5 million. His Ugo Rondinone, I think, or Rondinone, and I'm not sure.
Must be freaking nice.
Yeah, it's Lamehenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
$3.5 million?
I'm sorry, it is.
See, that's like a pet rock, man. We got to invent.
Why did we do that? Why didn't we get called for that shit?
I'm telling you, I could have come up with that same thing.
He stacked up 7. Now we make fun of it. He's an artist, and more power to him. But he's in varying patterns. He set on top of each other boulders in 7 towers.
Totem style.
Totem style, exactly. And painted them in iridescent, very colorful. I mean, it's
almost pastel.
I've seen the colors. They're not bad.
And you go out there, I'm unaware if you have to spend money to go see it. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you can drive up and there it is, and then like the Grand Canyon. Yeah. Hey, great, I'm gonna go. So that's in Las Vegas. So when people come and you've lost your money and your pants and you've got bitten by a dog and shot in the shoulder.
And there's one last Vegas monument you have to see.
One last memory. Go see the Magic Mountains.
And then realize that you're also in the wrong job.
That's right. I'm telling you.
You know how much they paid for the UNLV logo, right?
Yeah.
No.
$50,000.
$50,000.
Yeah, for the artist.
They should commission you for that, bro.
Now, when you say the UNLV logo, you're talking about the miner?
The new one.
I don't know that one.
Oh, yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
I thought
we covered in our episode.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Yeah. The new.
It's the new one. It's kind of confusing looking.
It looks almost like the shadow.
They had to have somebody come out and tell about what they designed.
Okay, yeah.
You know, so obviously it's like a bad joke. You know, you have to explain the joke. Then
Now,
it's,
did they put the kibosh on the Miner?
Basically, it's a Rebel. It's a Rebel, but yeah, the old school with the big mustache.
I thought he was a Miner, and they called him the Rebel.
I don't know, maybe.
But he's gone.
Yeah.
Do you want me to look the new symbol for you?
Yeah, look it up.
Yeah,
I mean, it still has a Miner. It's still a guy's face.
Okay. Yeah.
With a hat on. It's
All
just
right.
hard to see.
Okay.
And for $50,000, you know, they could have maybe come up with something that made sense. That's the whole
That's very
point.
true. Well, yeah. Well, Sam looks that up.
I guess that's more than 3.5 or less than
It's a
3.5
little
million
less.
dollars, so
Just a little less.
yeah, a little less.
But while Sam looks that up, Las Vegas Boulevard. We love to call it the Strip. Everybody calls it the Strip, and we actually do. Locals, we call it the Strip. And most of the time, we want to say, "I don't want to go to the Strip." That's how we refer to it. Oh, here we go. I'm looking at. Oh, okay. All right. Yes. It.
You can kind of make it out, right?
It looks like something. You know what? It looks a lot like a movie logo.
It reminds me of the Shadow.
For a sport team, like Any Given Sunday. They had
Right.
like a logo like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does kind of look like a sports team logo.
Yeah, it
which I
does.
guess it
Yeah,
is.
it does.
UNLV, but
That's cool.
Yeah, it's also what I liked about it when I didn't realize it right away was the shape of it is it's the Las Vegas welcome sign. So
You're right.
yeah,
You're
so
right. Very cool.
it kind of keys on
And
that.
there's the mustache and the.
Yeah, I
and the
like
thing.
it. I made it out right away.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like it.
Well,
but-
very
One thing,
good.
and not everyone is as smart as you.
Well, I'm a graphic designer, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't get paid for that. You
Well,
should
every-
have. You should have.
Well, everybody, look up the new UNLV. That's the University of
Nevada, Las Vegas.
Nevada, Las Vegas, and look up the new logo. And we'd love to hear your opinion of that. Just right on your phone there. But as I was saying, the Strip, Las Vegas Boulevard, has had several names over the years. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't realize some of these. Now, Las Vegas Boulevard, when you leave Las Vegas south, which is actually very rarely taken all the way like to Jean, Nevada.
Yep.
It's the old road. You don't really take that anymore because of the 15 freeway. Most of the people, in fact, every weekend, most of LA comes here anyway and blocks up our freeways.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're coming there, you come on the 15. You don't use Las Vegas Boulevard much, except within Mandalay Bay to
the Strip proper.
to maybe the Stratosphere, and then you. Yeah.
Then you're in too far north town.
Yeah, you're too far north. You don't need to go anywhere. But the Las Vegas Boulevard has been referred to as 5th Street, which is the oldest version of it. I didn't realize that. 5th Street.
Interesting.
It began in Jean and calling it 5th Street.
Okay.
Yeah. Arrowhead Highway. I had no clue that was ever called that. And apparently that was also used near the Jean area.
Okay.
Jean, Nevada is a little tiny place. I mean, if you want to refer to a restroom stop, that's Jean.
That's basically it.
Yeah, Jean. And
One gas station.
Yeah, but they do have the Desperado roller coaster further out in State Line.
Yeah, which is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, very cool. It was also called the Los Angeles Highway, which I get, but
makes sense.
Yeah.
Officially, these are all official names?
These were official names in the past years. Salt Lake Highway.
Yeah, going the other direction.
Yeah,
Sure.
Salt Lake Highway. US 91.
Okay.
US 93, which we have US 93
Still
now,
have that
but
one.
it's a freeway.
But it's different now.
Highway. Yeah. The US 466.
Huh.
Never heard of that.
No.
And
yeah,
state
66, of course.
And 66. And State Route 6.
Interesting.
Wow.
So that was the Strip.
There's a lot of different names.
Yeah,
I would never know.
That was the history of the Strip in 3 minutes.
Sounds like it has a identity crisis.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the year that it actually got changed to Las Vegas Boulevard.
Well, you know what? I will include that. We'll look that up.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll get
include that in.
It was just curiosity.
In the upcoming Area 52. I didn't read that.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks for being here. Sam, again, welcome back to the
Thank
table.
you. Glad to be back.
All
Yeah,
right.
good times.
Thanks,
Sam.
no more faking illness. We need you here all the time now.
Trust me, I'm not faking it. I can vouch. Trust me.
Very cool.
I've been through enough.
Well, you take care of yourself. Adam, it's good to see you again.
Absolutely.
And coming up, we're going to have a poker special, and we'll try to make that as soon as we can, because I know there's a lot of poker players out there.
Definitely.
So we will see everybody next week. Thanks, guys.
Talk to you later.
Thanks to everyone listening and watching. You can catch the Pod Bay Door on the Podbean app or any of your favorite podcast apps, including iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn, and Stitcher Radio. You can watch the show on our YouTube channel at the Pod Bay Door Podcast. Please download, like, and subscribe. Our social connectivity screen is coming up. Check in with us on Facebook, Twitter, and WordPress. The Pod Bay Door is closed and talent is out. Hey everybody, thank you very much for tuning into the show. We would love to hear your show suggestions and comments. If you are watching on our YouTube channel, please click to subscribe. You can also connect with us on Facebook using @PBD Podcast, on Twitter using @TPBD Podcast, and on WordPress at thepodbaydoor.wordpress.com.